Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It's Thursday, September 7th, 2023, and my name is Jennifer Cotton. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas, and that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So, good morning and welcome, and thank you for being here. I see already Pat is here. Good morning, Pat, and thank you for sharing. Lori in Minnesota liked and shared. Thank you. Ann, good morning to you. Thanks for sharing. And is that Charlotte? Charlotte, good morning to you. So, hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Like I said, my name is Jennifer Cotton. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas, and this is my full time business. So, thank you for watching this video and supporting me. I wanted to show y'all I'm wearing my Love t-shirt from the Stampin' Up! um, what was it? The leadership event I just went to a couple weeks ago in Vegas, and they gave us this t-shirt, and then they took us to the Love Cirque du Soleil Beatles show there in Vegas. So anyway, they gave us the shirt, and I'm wearing it today. And it is the loudest trash truck ever has been outside my garage door here since 3 minutes before I started this live. Did y'all hear that? I don't know what's going on out there. I think it's the trash truck. Anyway, it's very loud. Okay, so as a reminder, hey Landa, hey Sandy in Marshville, Wisconsin. Hey Kylie. It's hot here today, by the way. Hey Xana, shared with a fan nearer to you. Ooh, cool, Xana. Thank you. It's going to be over 100 today. We have heat warnings. We have like electricity warnings, all that stuff. But they said in like 4 or 5 days it's going to be 10 degrees cooler. So that's here in Texas. Wrong screen. I want to remind you that later today in YouTube, I will be putting timestamps down in the video description. So you will be able to click show more or more, see the full video description with all the links, including the info about the timestamps, which will allow you to skip around to the portion of the video you want. And then I'll add my link over here tomorrow to take you straight to my blog, stamptherapist.com. Okay. So as you come on, please feel free to say hi on YouTube or Facebook, on replay, or here live in person. And that will get you entered to win the 3 cards I'm going to make today with the Autumn Leaves Bundle. Woohoo! Okay, lots of lights going on there. This is a new bundle from our holiday catalog that went live yesterday. Woohoo! Sandy finally cooled down to the 70s. So I can show you the insides of this book now. I can open it on screen legally. It's amazing. It went live yesterday. It's so popular, y'all. You got to shop early. Some things did sell out yesterday, but like temporarily. They're coming back. Some as soon as September 11th, which is next week. It's like 4 days from now. And then a couple weeks later than that, and then a couple weeks after that. I'm sure these are trucks coming in with these deliveries or boats or whatever it is. So don't worry, nothing's gone forever yet. But do shop early. Shop early so you can get that stuff. Demonstrators can shop early. We have limits, of course. They don't let us buy everything. There's literally limits. And so we can shop early. So, of course, that's a perk if you ever want to join as a demonstrator. No obligation to sell or even to purchase. Honestly, there's no obligation, but you can buy early and get your discount on top of that. Hey, Seal and Darlin in hot Miami, Florida. Debbie watching from work. I love it. Cindy, good morning. Robin. Ooh, long time no see. I know, Robin. I know. We got to get an event that we can both be at. Joni, hello. Good morning. Cindy, thanks for sharing. Rhonda, good to see you. Good morning. Callie, good morning to you. Awesome. I think I caught Nancy. How did I miss you, Nancy? Xana says it's even warmer than usual there over in the UK. France, good morning. I don't know how I missed all you guys' names. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone else. Okay, so as I said, I'll be giving away the cards I'm making today. I do give those away in the US now, and if you win and you're out of the country, you will win PDF tutorials. But either way, it does help me out if you make a comment in live or replay on YouTube or Facebook. So please feel free to do that. And then if you share the video, you get entered again, like Seal just said, and Cindy, liked and shared. Tell me you shared it because I won't know otherwise. That's like a privacy setting. So just comment that you shared so you can get that extra entry. And of course, that helps me as well since this is my business. So thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys about my classes coming up because I do this full time. And so I offer lots of events anyone can take in the United States. And then if you live in other countries, you can take the tutorials. My team gets the tutorials for free, all of my tutorials. So that's another way to get those. And then the way you get the tutorials is to register during the class sign-up time. So for example, if you wanted the holiday extravaganza tutorials, you would have registered for that during that registration time. And there is an option on each link just to get tutorials only. But the classes we're gonna cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible unless otherwise stated in our description. You get the PDF tutorial, and you will cut up your own designer paper or kit components if that's included with the fee. Of course, very detailed step-by-step instructions again. And yeah, so let's see what classes I'm offering. I have my 4 monthly classes coming up this month. They are happening on September 16th in person. In person. So, by the way, all of my events are offered to go. Every single thing is offered to go. Some are also in person. So September 16th in person, mailed September 18th. These 4 classes are card class, scrapbook class, Stamp-A-Stack class, and sampler class. Card class is 4 cards using the translucent florals bundle and autumn leaves bundle. Autumn leaves is what we're using today also, but they will be different cards. I want to show y'all, there's this new designer paper you can order, and it's while supplies last. And I was going to show it later, and I will. But that one on the bottom right called Delightful Floral matches the translucent florals bundle. And I will be using that in card class. I've already ordered, hopefully enough. I mean, the class is while supplies last. But I've ordered what I think is enough in case it does sell out. So just a little tip there. And those papers, like I said, are while supplies last, so you can get those now. I'll talk about them more later. I'm going to look up this stamp set in the catalog. It is gorgeous, page 56. But it will be my first time playing with it to use it for card class. Gorgeous, gorgeous stamp set. Everything I've seen stamped with it is so nice. Anyway, that's card class. 4 cards, $15 free with a $20 order. There's a registration link. You do have to register, and then you can place that order if you want. That reminds me, I need to set up the host code for that class. I'm going to get a sticky note. I've been using these from my friend Linda, who gave me this sticky note pad in Vegas. And I'm going to say club guest host code. I got to do that. Okay. Anyway, and then next is scrapbook class, 3 12x12 pages for $15 free with a $20 order. So these are great deals. And we are doing Halloween and page 2 from last month, which used the, let me think of the name. Oh no, I deleted it. What set was it? It's flowers. It's really pretty. I can't think of the name. It's in the annual catalog. I showed the page last week on the video. Anyway, 3 12x12 pages for $15 free with a $20 order. Okay, and then next up is my Stamp-A-Stack and sampler classes. These are my subscription clubs you can join as well. So you can come to those if you're a club member or a guest in person September 16th, like I said, or take it to go, mailed September 18th. By the way, you can purchase the tutorials only for all 4 of these for $30 US with the class registration link. Only during class registration time. Hey, Robin. Hey, Marcia. Thank you, Marcia. She says Jennifer's card kits are awesome. Very reasonable. Thank you, Marcia. Marcia's awesome. Julie, thanks for sharing. Marcia, good morning, by the way. Carolyn in Minnesota. Hey, Julie. Hey, Rosemary from hot Long Island. All caps. Hot. Brittany, good morning. Awesome. Stella, no problem. Good morning. And okay, Marcia says blue is your color. I appreciate that because I was like, oh, hey, Marshfield, a little late, but can stay for all. Yay. Who is that? Let me read. I mean, Mansfield, Linda. I don't know why I said Marshfield. And good morning, Kelly. Anyway, Marcia, yeah, I don't like this color on me. So thank you for saying that. I'm like, oh, I need my black shirt or my pink shirt. It's not like horrible, but just I don't love it on me. So thank you for saying that. Okay, Sampler and Stamp-A-Stack. You can join the club and get $25 free after 6 consecutive months and save money, or you can take the classes individually. But I am having a sale for any new subscribers this month through September 10th. That's the deadline, September 10th. New subscribers to Sampler or Stamp-A-Stack are only going to pay $23. It's an incredible savings. You get over $20 in merchandise. So do the math. Basically, you're getting the merchandise that you're paying for plus an entire class for free to try out the subscription if you've never done it before, never been a member or not a current member, obviously. And then it will go to the regular price, but you can cancel at any time. So you can try it out and see if you like it. So Sampler is a 12 by 12 piece of art. Let me see if I have, it's not over here. I have a really old one over here. Halloween. Yes. Last year's Halloween. So cute. I don't know where the one is. It's way over there because I'm going to take it with me Saturday from last night. But 12 by 12 piece of art that you can frame, decorate your home, your craft room, makes a great gift, host gift, etc. And what this class is that everything cut, die cut, punched, and embossed possible. You stamp and assemble unless you come live, and over $20 in merchandise. Okay, so it is on sale for $23. Join the club. Link is in Facebook. I mean, not in Facebook. Link is in the YouTube video right now. And if you're watching on Facebook, just go over to my blog, stamptherapist.com, stamptherapist.com, and click join clubs. And the link is right there. Easy to get to. Actually, I could probably show you on my iPad like I did last week. Okay, now, yes, you can just take the class. I don't want to join the club. I don't want to join the club. It's $37. And club is normally $35. So any questions, let me know. What are we using? The Modern Garden Bundle. It's going to be beautiful. And I have them laying out here because I'm like, you got to design this. I have to design by Sunday. I'll get the sneak peeks out, but it might not be till Sunday. Probably won't be till Sunday. I have an event in person on Saturday. But I'm going to combine Modern Garden with the I'll be using the designer. Okay. Oh, my goodness. I need to reconnect. What camera is this? Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? There was yeah, all my stuff went away. I lost internet connection on my computer. I'm fixing this. Sorry. I've got to go back in and add my other camera. Good morning, Catherine. Hey, Pat. Been a while since I've had this issue. All right. Mute. Enter studio. That one's muted. Okay. I'm gonna test that camera. Seems to be good. Back on the face. Okay. Woo! Hopefully that won't happen again. It said unstable internet, which of course, as y'all know, is tied to the television. And I looked up and my TV was fine the whole time. So I don't know. Yay. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully I'm on YouTube also. Debbie, thank you. Good. Robin, thank you. I know technology. Thanks, Robin. Technology can be frustrating, but it gave me time to find this page for you guys. So this is the Modern Garden that we'll be doing the sampler with. So pretty, plus those paper florist dies. That is the club. You can take it out alone. Link will be in today's email, 1 o'clock. I'll be sending out more emails by this weekend. I've already sent out some emails. So these are the 4 monthly classes. That's the link you click to take the class only. Or you can register for join the club, and that's a separate link. It'll be in the email. It's on the blog. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know. And then I am offering an additional sampler for anyone. It's on page 4. The bundle is on page 49. And that's our Halloween sampler for this year with the Vilm Bones suite. So cute. This little, the skeletons, so cute. So that is an additional sampler just sold by itself. My club members, a lot of them have added it on because they want it, but it's not required, of course. And that is $37. Yeah, for over 20 in merchandise, plus the sampler, plus we cut Daga Punch and Boss. Like, it's a lot. Okay, so that samplers, join the club for $23. Like, what do you have to lose? You can cancel it anytime. Now you go in and cancel it yourself. Go to your PayPal account, click cancel. Okay, next up is the Stampin' Stack. I've got like skin on my lip now. It's not my day. It's not my day, apparently. Woohoo! Watching along with the catalog. Yes, Catherine. Okay, so Stampin' Stack is 12 cards, 4 designs, 3 of each for well, normally $35 club, $37 non-club, but get it for $23 this month, only for new people, of course. So if you've subscribed before, I want to reach those new guys as well. Everybody. These are the 4 card designs you'll make. We cut, die, cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. You'll cut your designer paper. You'll stamp and assemble. So that's Stampin' Stack class. Either way, the deadline is September 10th for those. The deadline is September 10th. And then for, by the way, card and scrapbook, the deadline is September 14th, or while supplies last. Okay, let's move on from the club stuff. Love them bones. Yes, I agree. Yes, it was not your connection. Who said that? Facebook user. It was me. It was me. And I kept talking, but I don't think y'all could hear anybody. Tommy, yes, it was me. Awesome. I'll make sure I didn't miss anybody. Ooh, Shirley, good morning, by the way. Denise, good morning. Awesome. Okay. All right, let's get back. Paper share party. So, oh, I'm a hot mess. Paper share or ribbon share and or party. You need to RSVP by September 10th. Now, if you register, you will have to wait on a few products, possibly. Well, let me see when they'll be back. You might have to wait on a couple of products. due to inventory, and they're coming in. Let me see, maybe not too much. Maybe it's just 2 designer papers, September 11th, so they'll be back in time. And maybe 1 ribbon. But anyway, you can still register, but I've placed my initial order. And of course, you can add on the party. So if you want a sampling of every single paper from this catalog, that's how you get it. Join the paper share. If you want a sampling of every single ribbon, join the ribbon share. If you want both, do both. If you want to add the party on for only $20 extra and make 12 make and takes with Alejandra Gomez and I, do that. She's finished her cards. They're gorgeous as usual. And she's telling me every day, Jennifer, make your cards. And I'm like, yes, it's on my to-do list. They'll be made by the time we have to cut and mail it to you, though. Okay, so register by September 10th. The party will be September 23rd, recorded. Don't worry, you don't have to be present. And then Jen and Jen Stamp Camp. I'm really excited about making the samples for this one because I will finally get to play with the Berry Cute bundle. We'll be using the Berry Cute whole suite of products to make your cards, your 10 camp projects for this event. Genevieve Coe is in Canada, so you can register with her in Canada, or you can register with me in the United States, and you will get a Facebook party, 10 make and takes, PDF tutorials, and fun, and a chance to win a ton of prizes. And this is the suite we're using, that Berry Cute bundle, or suite, whatever it's called, Berry Christmas Suite. So adorable. I've seen so many cute cards with the bears. So I'm excited about that. We were just talking gifts. We do a little gift for you. We were talking about that yesterday, etc. Okay, so register now. And then you can also add on the autumn leaves class. That's what Genevieve is designing. And I'm designing the sending cheer card class. You can add on one or both, or just take one of the classes, or just take the camp only, or take all three, get a gift if you do all three, etc. Okay, retreats. We have a retreat in October, but it's full. So we'll be offering that to go. October retreat in a box is coming, and it is holiday. So watch for details very soon on that and registration links. And then in person, you can come in person with us on March. Everything's failing me today. March 28 through 31, or June 20 through 23, 2024, or both, even better, in Temple, Texas. You'll get an 8-foot table. You'll get to use our stuff while you are there. You'll get meals. You'll get a bed. It's a ton of fun. And those will be offered to go as well. And then last on events is the crafting cruise. We have 3 crafter spots left, but you and anyone you want can come with you on the cruise, get a discounted rate. We're going out of Galveston, Texas on Harmony of the Seas. Is it Harmony? Yes. Harmony of the Seas, January 28th, 2024. So it's going to be amazing. Let me show you some pictures from last cruise. Look at us having so much fun. There's Landa. If anyone doesn't know what Landa looks like, she's in the front, the shorter person in the red shirt with the white hair. I was going to say the short one, but we're all short. I mean, half of us are short. There's April and I in the front, and Landa right in the middle of us, because she's an amazing, amazing help to us on the cruises, of course. Our crop tables, our class area. Oops. And that is what I have in pictures to make you want to go on that cruise with us. Yeah, so any questions, let me know. Okay, links for all this stuff will be in the 1 o'clock email today. Make sure you're on my email list. Blame the heat. I know. No, honestly, like I've had a little, I don't want to say I've had stress, and it's not anything anyone needs to worry about, but I've had a little stuff. But yes, I'm fine. I just keep clicking. I don't know. I click the thing that says put that on the screen, and nothing changes. And then all of a sudden it works. Okay, sale, specials, time for specials. We're moving away from events. We'll move on to specials. Um, so the new designer papers, these are a limited release, 5 designer papers. I'm so excited. Mine are coming today, and I wish they would be here in time for this video, but even if it did, it's 3 boxes of stuff. Because I ordered for our event, which is Saturday, the holiday extravaganza, and it's coming today. And so I would have to open 3 boxes and dig through them to find these designer papers to show you guys. But I ordered them all for myself, and I'm most excited. Honestly, I'm most excited about them all, but most excited, number 1, silver and gold adhesive backed sheets. Come on. They're glitter, like glimmer papers, but it looks like a fine glimmer, silver and gold, and they have adhesive on the back. We will be using them Saturday, by the way. So if you took it to go or in person, you're going to get to, we're going to die cut it for you. We equals Landa. But yeah, so there's that. And then the tartan foil is my second most excited, because look at it, like it's foil. It's like a gingham. Looks gorgeous. And then third is the delightful floral, because it matches that stamp set I can't think of the name of right now that I'm using in card class. Translucent florals. And then, of course, Traditions of St. Nick and Shining Christmas are going to be awesome, because who doesn't need more Christmas paper? We all do. So those are while supplies last. You see the prices there on the screen. You can get them in my online store now. If you're a demonstrator, you get them with your discount now, of course. But just please remember while supplies last. Please remember. Please. Anyone is short if near my husband. That is true, Xana. That is so true. My husband is like 6'3". I think he's 6'3". And I'm 5'1". So yeah. And of course Xana's met him in person, so she knows. What else? Okay, the new holiday catalog is live now. You can order from it. Like I said, there's like a few items that went not orderable, but there's over 115 products in this book. So it's not that many. Like there's plenty of stuff, and it's coming back. So it started yesterday. Yesterday I got up at, I don't want to say what time, but I got up in the middle of the night, and I was up for 2 hours placing orders. I'm going to look at our inventory list real quick. So a few of the gems, 1, 2, 3 gems went not orderable. 1 ribbon, the copper and natural ribbon combo, and the glow in the dark bats. Of course, Halloween's popular. They're all coming back by September 25th, except the ribbon is October 23rd. Then the All About Autumn designer paper, the glow in the dark designer paper, and the Shining Brightly designer papers. 2 are September 11th, and glow in the dark is October 2nd. Those are estimated dates. Sometimes stuff comes in faster. And then the Stars at Night folder and Bag of Bones dies are temporarily not available. But remember the word temporary. Otherwise, this entire book, 80-something pages, I think, is available. 83 pages. Let's go. Okay. Any questions, let me know. Oh, and I have a new ordering special. Okay. And then I do have some swaps I'm going to show y'all. 2 sets of swaps, a couple other samples, and then we'll get started stamping. So, yeah, Xana felt very short. I can't remember if you're shorter than me, Xana. I'm 5'2". I'm looking for order special. Okay, so in the month of September, if you place an online order with me of only $25, you get a free class. It's 4 cards with the Autumn Leaves bundle, and guess what? Of course, I'm making those cards today. But if that order is 50 or more, you get the free class packet. That's like at least a $20 value, plus a free full adhesive backed speckled dots. So that's up to 2 things, and technically you can get another gift from me as well at the end of the month. And then if your order is $150 or more, on top of all that, don't use the host code and you'll get at least $15 in free merchandise from Stampin' Up. So win, win, win. Don't forget to use the host code under 150. It is very important that you do that for Stampin' Up to give you, or for me to be able to give you the credit. But Stampin' Up, they don't love adding those host codes. So make sure you do that under 150. Okay. I think I said it all. I don't know. Let me point the camera down now. As usual, I've been talking forever, but that's very normal for these videos. If you're new, I do that every time. Okay, so I got a bunch of stuff laying down here to show you. Just a reminder, when you register for my events, you can add on the Take Your Pick tool holder. It will come with the tool and the accessories. It is, I have a note here, $42. Basically, the holder is practically free, and you get those tools. And yes, you do have to purchase those to get it. That's just how I'm selling it. It will be pink like this, and it will have obviously the holes for all that stuff. And then I also have my adhesive kits available when you register for my events as well. You'll get the Stamp Therapist bag, nice little clear zipper bag, and all these adhesives, a ruler, an adhesive remover, and a sand eraser in there. So I just want to make sure y'all know those are available. Then right here is from my team meeting. I don't know where I put the box, but at the team meeting, they had the opportunity to add on these make and takes. So they got to stamp at the meeting this stuff. They usually assemble it later, or they can take it to go. We made 3 cards and a box, a really cute box with the, I can't remember if it's called Pick of the Patch, but it's the new pumpkin bundle. And then we have every month at my team meeting, there's a stamping demonstration, and Elaine did it this month, and she made us this gorgeous card using just little strips of scraps of designer paper. So isn't that gorgeous? It's so pretty. All that gold. I love it. So Elaine, and she said she likes to make her landscape cards. She likes to cut them this direction so that they can stand up real easy. So I thought that was a good tip as well. So thank you, Elaine, again. And look, y'all, just so you can really get a picture of this and copy it. And then these were our team meeting card swaps. So of course, obviously it's optional to participate in the swap each month. Many people mail them in, even if we meet in person. We meet in person once a quarter on Zoom. The other times we stream on Facebook if we're meeting in person. And so everyone can participate, even if you're long distance. And it's a contest. The winner gets $20 in merchandise of their choice from me. And so this was our winner this month from Robin. Yes. Look at it. What is this? I got to open this card. Look, it's embossed on the inside. I don't know if I've ever seen a card like that, where the card base is actually embossed. I didn't even notice that at the time, Robin. Anyway, that's Robin's, and my team members get to vote, not me. So just so it's fair. That is from Elaine. Elaine's swap. That one's from Kelly. Gorgeous. That's the new Modern Garden stuff. Love the use of dyes there, by the way. This one is from Dorothy. I think it's maybe a little, yeah. Ooh, it's a gift card holder. See, I didn't even know all this stuff. I'm always busy at the team meetings. Very busy. Mary Ann. This one is from Betsy, and we'll talk about that card a little bit more in a minute. This one is from Pam, and Pam was my photographer, first of all, this month, and she took some amazing photos. Like, we got everything. But also she texted me and was like, make sure you know there's candy in the swap. And I'm like, oh, girl, I saw that. But isn't that cute from Pam? And polar bear. Polar bear, it's so popular, y'all. My team is like crazy on the polar bear train, by the way. I just ordered this stamp for me. I don't know when it'll be here, but it's coming. I ordered it yesterday. One of my mini orders. And then here's some more polar bear stuff. Oh, sorry. Who is this? Yolanda and Martha. Okay. So if you are on my team, you can participate in the swap if you choose. And what that means is you get back one of every single card you just saw if you participated that month, including this one. So that's a great perk. Some people use them to copy to do classes. Some just give them away. Some keep, hoard them. But you don't have to be doing it as a business to be doing the card swap. Not everybody whose names I just named do classes or sell. I'm going to put these to make sure I bring them with me Saturday. Okay, and then this swap is one I did by mail with some other Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. So I'm just going to show them real quick because, again, I know the video gets long. I mean, it's always long. My videos are just long. That's how it is. But I just wanted to show these for more inspiration. Here's the polar bear. Yeah, super gorgeous, cute, whatever you want to call them. Because it's all levels are in here. The polar bear stuff, y'all. Christmas is better together. Ooh, that's nice. We have the polar bear designer paper, but just a greeting. I'm using that stamp set in my extravaganza. Sorry, I got distracted reading y'all's comments. These are stencils. Look at this. See that foil back there? That's a new foil that we have in the mini catalog. Ooh, now this one, I loved it. I was like, darn, I wish I saw that before I designed my camp, even though I think my cards are fine. My holiday extravaganza. More polar bears. So cute. This was my swap, and we're making a card almost this exact one at my holiday extravaganza. I changed it a little bit. And a lot of cards here. I like this one because it's the pumpkins, but like a more soft subtles kind of color scheme. I obviously did not organize these well as far as my stamp set. That's another modern garden card. And last but not least, this is one of the sets we're using for the paper share party. Okay, so there you go. Lots of swaps. Hopefully that gave you some inspiration. So today I'm going to be making the cards from my online ordering special. I was trying to listen to who my phone said was calling. Okay, it's spam risk, so we're fine. Yes, gorgeous Christmas cards, right? Who said that? Facebook user. Charlotte, I agree. They did great. Hey, Stacy in South Florida, good morning. I do need this holder. Hey, Cindy. Oh my gosh. Indeed these, and I do blame you as I knew you were doing the leaves. Yes. Hey, Terry, good morning. Jen, good morning. Linda, good morning. She has to save the video for after breakfast. Cindy, good morning to you. Thanks for sharing. Valley Chick, good morning. Sorry, Lori, good morning. I'm trying to make my eyes work to follow the comments. Okay, we're going to use Autumn Leaves Bundle. It's a photopolymer stamp set. You get 3 different styles of leaves, pretty large, 3 veins to stamp on those leaves. You can die cut every single one of them out. Then you get several greetings. It's 12 stamps altogether, so the 6 for the leaves, and then the rest are greetings. In cursive, really pretty cursive font, we have I'm thankful. Autumn teaches us that change can be beautiful, and with a grateful heart. And then in a super tiny all caps, like typewriter font, we have for all you do, today and every day, to have you as a friend. And then over here we have, in the dies, I should say, the Autumn Leaves dies, 17 dies. We have 2 awesome labels, which of course I've used on my cards today. However, you can use them with any other stamping you do. And then this, I think the tiniest label die I've ever seen. Sorry, it's probably, I don't even know. I mean, I can measure it, but 1/8 of an inch, I guess, wide. Yeah, it's like 1/8 by about 2 inches, and it's angled on each end. But I am going to use it today, so it does fit those tiny little words. And these other 2, one's a they're both rectangles. One's more tall though, tall and short. So 1 1/4 by 1 3/4, and I don't remember where these went. 2 1/4 by about 1 inch. They're sort of decorative on the corners, and they have little piercing marks all the way around. Okay, then besides that, we have the dies that cut out each of the stamped leaves. Then we have several standalone leaf dies, which I have die cut for one of my cards today, so you'll see those. But there's basically 2, I don't know what these leaf styles are called, but 2 smaller ones of one of the leaf styles, 2 smaller ones of another, and then these just 2 little sort of basic leaves. Each one is going to die cut or emboss little lines into it, and they're just amazing. Now, they're not 2 duplicates of each style. They kind of, one leans to the left and one leans to the right on all of them. But I'm using them interchangeably in events. If you're getting one leaf, we'll die cut both so we can do it faster, and you might get that one, you might get that one for all 6 of those. And then last but not least, well, 2 more last but not least, there's 3 sets of veins that fit the large leaves that match the stamps. So you can die cut those veins out and use them just with the die alone, or stamp, die cut out, and then cut the veins and put that on top, however you want. So we have those, and then last but not least are these 2, they're basically embossing dies that put dotted lines on the cards, and I'm going to use those on this first card here, so I'll explain those a little more at that time. Okay, so that is the bundle. It is a whole suite of products in the catalog. This is the designer paper that's coming back around, let me make sure I say, clicking the wrong screen to view that. Around September 11th. It's like a week away. It's fine. Autumn. I use the back here as my index, I guess, page 44. Oh, page 43. Okay, so we have the All About Autumn designer paper, the oxidized copper specialty paper, the distress tile embossing folder, number 3, copper and natural ribbon. That one is coming back in October. Number 2, the adhesive back speckled dots. That's the one you get free with your $50 or more online order with me in September. And then, of course, the bundle. I did want to look up one thing. The speckled dots are coming back around September 25th. Okay. But if you get this class free from me with your online order, I'm going to, I will provide the ribbon you need for your cards, and I will provide the designer paper you need. I don't give the dots unless you earned them free, but you can substitute any dots. Y'all know how that is. So there we go. Yes, Laura, love this suite. I agree. It's just gorgeous. And I have shown this paper on a video before, and now I've been cutting it up. So now it's a little bit more of a hot mess here, but I'm going to flip through it. It's a foil paper, like a specialty. So one side has copper foil elements and the other side does not. It has designs, like patterns, and then it has almost like photographic images on the other side. Oh my goodness. So See how it's a hot mess now? Like books, patterns, almost like material, like from clothing, leaves. That's so cute. Oh, you know what? That's not what. There it is. It's got moody mauve mixed in with the mossy meadow, pumpkin pie, pretty peacock, crushed curry, copper clay, old olive, I believe. Look at that sweater and the couch, like a leather couch. So it's really just so gorgeous paper. I feel like you can almost not mess up if you just make a card with this paper. This is the paper Betsy used on this card, but she used the pumpkins instead, which again looks gorgeous to me. So yes, Kathy, beautiful paper. Let me say all the colors and then we're gonna get going on card one. Cajun Craze, Copper Clay, Crushed Curry, Early Espresso, Moody Mauve, Mossy Meadow, Pretty Peacock, Pumpkin Pie, Berry, Vanilla. So, there we go. I think I am going to have to use dies today, so let me just leave that open. Okay. So this is similar to what your packet would look like if you received the free class from me. It'll come out in October, get mailed to you. And but there'll be 4 cards in it. I only have 3 in here. I always just make 3 on the video. We'll put all the pieces you need for the card in a clear envelope and then the base behind that. And of course, if you earned a free whatever, like the free dots or a ribbon or whatever, that will be in there as well with a link to the video and a thank you card. Okay, so card number 1, card 1. This card is inspired by this card. So you'll see. Okay, so I have a very vanilla card base, 5.5 inches by 8.5, and I'm going to fold that in half. So you just take your 8.5 by 11 and fold it in, cut it in half, and that makes a card base that fits into a normal invitation size envelope, just like these clear ones, just like the vanilla and white envelopes we sell in our catalog that are amazing quality. This is going to be a landscape card, so I'll turn it this direction. And then the next layer will be copper clay, one of the best new colors we have, y'all. Copper clay, it's so good. Of course, it's in the designer paper. Then you'll have a scrap of Very Vanilla. That's a scrap, the long one. And then a rectangle of Very Vanilla that we're going to put on the card. All these measurements will be on my blog, stamptherapist.com, at 11 a.m. Central today. And I just saw Margaret Duncan. Hello there. She says, just ordered this bundle. Can't wait to make cards. Yes, agree. Okay, oak, maple, and elm leaves. Oak, maple, and elm. I'm trying to see who said that. Tommy, thank you. Which is which? Oak. I feel so dumb. I can't even figure out which would be which. Maybe somebody wants to be like number 1, number 2, number 3. 1, 2, 3. But yeah, for those of us who need an education, there we go. Okay, measurements on the blog, 11 a.m. Central, stamptherapist.com. Okay, we have this square of Very Vanilla, this rectangle, I should say. Then we have 3 adorable little strips of the designer paper. Where, of course, we're going to use the foil side, but here's the back sides. This is the vanilla foil with a fine little copper intricate pattern on it. A moody mauve distressed piece with an intricate copper pattern, and a copper clay piece with a distressed, intricate, but bigger than the first one, pattern on it. They are 1.5 by 3 inches. There's 3 of them. So I'm going to put them on my card in the same order. They're just not the exact same pattern she chose. And I did it for reasons of having enough in my to cut for the class. Anyway, and then this is a pre-die cut label, the long skinny label, not the tiny one, but the longer skinny one that I gave you the measurements for earlier in very vanilla cardstock, that I'll put my greeting on. Okay, so let's stamp. I'm going to stamp on this scrap of very vanilla this leaf, the largest one. Lori says, sad the autumn DSP is out of stock right now. I'll go through my my pack real fast. I know, girl, I will too. She says it's gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to use these two leaves. They're the two largest ones. I'm thinking this is the oak leaf. I don't know. And maybe this is maple, oak and maple, maybe. The other leaf that I will use, I think, yeah, on another card it's actually two leaves, two smaller leaves. Okay, what color inks do I need? Moody Mauve and Petal Pink. I'm going to use Moody Mauve and Petal Pink ink. I'm going to do the large leaf in Moody Mauve on this scrap of Very Vanilla. You'll get a scrap just like this in your packet. And make sure you use the foam mat if your table is not good like mine. Mine is super firm and flat and hard. So it stamps beautiful. But if this table was plastic, flexible, soft, bumpy, any of that, you're not going to get a good image from these stamps. So don't blame the stamps for your Stampin' Up! Ink pad unless it's not inked good. Blame your table and use your Stampin' Pierce mat. Or if you're desperate, put a catalog under it or something. But not all mats are created the same. So if you're still not getting a good image and you have some mouse pad or something, that could be the problem. Okay, I'm going to do this other leaf twice in Petal Pink. Notice I'm just tapping on the ink pad. I don't get ink on the edges. That means you're pressing too hard and you're pushing the ink off of your stamp and then getting excess ink here that comes off on your projects. Just tap it around and then if needed, re-ink your ink pad. Okay, and I can't remember if I'm using these in another color. So let me just clean these stamps now with my Simply Chamois. Just rinse that in the sink with water. When it's got too much ink in it, squeeze it until the water runs clear and you're good to go again. And don't put it in a sealed bag or it will get moldy. This is a container we sell. It lets air in. I had to re-wet it this morning, not really because it was dirty, but because it was drying out. Okay, and then I would cut these apart loosely by hand to die cut them. Although I like this leaf better. By the way, look at these leaves. I got a comment on that. So when you stamp them, you get all this detail. One of my friends, I heard her say on her video, she's like, yes, we do have leaves stamps every year, but this one is different. It is so just gorgeous when you stamp it. You get the light, the dark, these thick lines. And then if you stamp the veins on top of it, you get even more detail. And I'm going to do that on a different card later. Okay, let me grab my die cut machine real quick. Stamp and cut and emboss machine. This is something, our starter kit's only $99. You get to pick 125 in anything you want. If you need a die cut machine, you can get it for $99 plus tax, free shipping in the US. And you get free shipping everywhere, but US prices are different and you have to buy from someone in your country. Anyway, so you could get it for $99 plus tax instead of $125 plus tax plus shipping. That's close to $150. You'd pay about, depending on your tax rate, like $107. Because it's your tax rate where you live. Mine's 8.25. Okay, so I'm aligning the dies with the design. I have my cut plate on the bottom. You get two of these when you get the machine. They're both beautifully clear and see-through, and then they get like this. But I leave one on bottom that I always cut on, and the top one I never cut on. These are from mistakes at classes. But in general, it's never been cut on. Yes, it gets worn and cracked and stuff, and that's normal and fine. Okay. Crank it through. You just have to go through one time, unless you're doing something super intricate and or on a super, super thick type of paper. Otherwise, one time is all you need. And you get this. So I'm going to do that one more time with the second petal pink leaf. Hey, Susie, good morning. Marcia, good morning. Maple is the largest. Okay. Oh, that makes sense because like Canadian, right? Maple. I got to remember that, Canada. Maple. Oak is the next. And elm is the smallest. So maple, oak, and then we'll do elm later. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Janet. And Laura, and who else? Tommy. Y'all know I don't know anything about flowers, plants, none of this. Okay, do the second one. Yeah, I forgot, like that's a maple leaf from Canada. I should definitely know that at least. Okay, so there we go. Now I just have to remember that though. Okay, let me stamp my greeting real quick. I'm going to do that in Moody Mauve. This card is going to say, I'm going to combine, which of course is how this stamp set is intended, with a grateful heart today and every day. If you'd like to win these cards that I'm making, by the way, I keep forgetting where I have my camera. Just comment on the video. Even on replay, you still get entered until I've given them away, which will be at least 2 or 3 weeks. Don't worry. With a grateful heart today and every day. And again, you saw me just tap gently on the ink pad. Tap gently. That was Moody Mauve on that label. And yeah, so comment on the video if you'd like to have a chance to win. And if you share the video, that helps me as well. Commenting helps. Thumbs up, likes, follow, subscribe, all that helps me. So thank you very much. But if you share it, that helps. So comment that you shared so that I can enter you to win. Okay, I totally forgot to describe this part. Okay, so if you see on this copper clay piece of cardstock, you see pierced holes in the top and bottom. That's from these 2 dies. So I mentioned them when I was showing the set of dies. They just create these little pierce marks. So there's one that's basically about a 1/2 inch of 5 rows of dots, pierced lines, dots, piercings, whatever you want to call them. And then there's a more short, wide one, 3/4 of an inch by 1 3/4 of an inch, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines, uneven. Some are longer on the left and some go out farther on the right. So I laid both of those on one end of the paper and ran it through the die cut machine. Exactly how I just ran these leaves through. And then I took it off, and it doesn't really matter. Like the pattern doesn't matter if you, whatever. But, and then I took it off and put it on the other side and ran it through. So it just adds texture. You can see they're not perfectly straight. Like it's all good. It'll be fine because the way we're going to layer this card up. So that's what I did with those on this card. Okay, so now we can put it together. So first I'll put this copper clay, use my Stampin' Seal, on my very vanilla card base. As you can see, you don't need a ton of Stampin' Seal. I'm going to put some in the corner right there, There'll be a real skinny vanilla border on this card. Then this very vanilla. I forgot I turned it for the, I like pointed it toward me for the die cut machine. I'm looking for her card. Where did I put it? Right here. I don't know if Betsy's here today. Yes, and Margaret. She says, loving that color combo. Thank you. I do too. Totally just got it from this card, which also is from the designer paper. Okay, then our 3 strips of designer paper are just going to be, I mean, really you can just throw them on there, but I am going to kind of follow Betsy's pattern here. Pattern, whatever you want to call it, layout. But don't stress, like just throw them on there. Okay, and then I'm basically gonna put the leaves kind of like that, and the greeting kind of like that, and a bow, which by the way, there was ribbon in the packet. Forgot to mention it. So I'll kind of just throw it on there and lay it out how I'm gonna want it, and then I'm gonna pick these leaves up and add a little adhesive and kind of stick them together. If you don't press too hard and all that, you can still, modify how you have these. But I do want the leaves on dimensionals, so I kind of want to stick them together, get my layout kind of figured out, and then I can pick up that whole thing and add my Stampin' Dimensionals. I like to use the mini Stampin' Dimensionals. That's just me. There's nothing wrong if you want to use the big ones. And of course, I'm not going to use a ton because I just don't do that either. But that's up to you. I did, though, on my first card later, I had not put one on each, made sure there was at least one on each individual leaf. And this right one was like flopping around. And so I had to tuck one under there. So if you're like me and you don't use very many, at least touch one to each leaf. It'll be more secure. Okay, and Laura, thank you. She says, glad I showed how the textured is used because she doesn't always know how to use those. I am the same way. You end up never using them, almost always. So I was like, kind of forced myself to this time. But I'm with you, Laura. Okay, so I'm going to attach the greeting sort of under the leaves. So I put some adhesive where I know it's going to touch the leaves, which are popped up by Stampin' Dimensionals. Then I'm going to put dimensionals down below where it will be sticking to the flatter card part. I think that's enough. And I love how Betsy's card is, and she centered that, but I wanted mine more off to the left. So I'm just going to do that because my layout is different than hers. So my greeting's more to the left. And then I have this gold and vanilla, what is it called? Gold and vanilla shimmer ribbon, maybe. Now I forgot. I have it here. I'm like, what is the name? I blinked out because it's not sheer. I kept typing in sheer. Oh, satin edged ribbon. It's not called sheer. It's called gold and vanilla satin edged ribbon. And you'll get a strip of that in your packet. So I'm going to tie this in a bunny ears bow. 2 bunny ears. Lots of space in between. Because this is pre-cut, make the 2 tails basically equal. And never twist and turn the ribbon. If it looks like this, it's going to look not very cute when you tie it. It should be able to, if you released it, it would be flat. It wouldn't look like this. Okay, so 2 bunny ears, lots of space in between, equal tails, 1 in each hand. All your fingers are pointing at you, which helps keep it straight, like flat. Okay, right hand over left. Right bunny ear pushes down into the rabbit hole. Pull. And see how I've kept it flat so it's keeping a good shape of a bow. Obviously, you need to adjust it for make the loops equal and all that. And I do not have a skill where every time I do this, my tails are even. They never are. I don't have that skill. I don't know what that skill is. I don't know how you get that, but I don't have it. So I'll just trim as needed. And then I'll place my little bow. With a mini glue dot. I'll try. I think the lighting is off today. I don't know why. I feel like it's dull on the camera. Okay. Ooh, I went too far. Peel this paper back until you see one dot. Fold. Now you just push as hard as you want. Pull it off and stick it on your project. I'm just sticking that on the right, bottom right corner of my greeting. And then finish it off with some dots. As a reminder, this is the free class. You can get this card packet cut, prepped, and mailed to you in October just with a $25 online order. Bump it up to $50, and you'll also get the autumn, what are they called? Adhesive back speckled dots for free. Okay, so I'm going to use, take your pick tool, the mauve dots. I assume that's the correct color. I'll use a large one and a couple of small. And that's it. Woohoo! Here we go. Finished card. Inspiration card. That's the one you can get. First of all, you can win this today, possibly if you comment on the video, Facebook or YouTube live or replay. You have a chance to win. And it's also the class, part of the class for this month. Okay, this one goes over here now because I got to take it Saturday. All right, now we're going to do card number 2. Card 2. Thank you, Sherry. Good to see you. Hello, Sherry. I haven't said hi yet. Stacy, thank you. Debbie, thanks. Rosemary, thank you. Lori, thanks for also talking about the tip with those dies. Thank you very much. Xana says, me, I like to win. Yes, those dies do create great textures, Xana. I mean, who said that? Oh, sorry, it's Facebook user. Oma. Hello, Oma. All right, where's my packet? Oh, right here. Okay, here's the stuff for card number 2. Basic white card base. I kept going like back and forth. Do I use vanilla or white with this designer paper? I really think you can use either. This is going to be landscape also. But so this card was white. This was actually I think the first card I made. I can't remember now, actually. So anyway. Okay, so we've got for this card a copper clay, another copper clay base, but this one's been embossed with the amazing distressed tile embossing folder. You can buy that one now while supplies last. That whole mini catalog is basically while supplies last. They might last 4 months, they might last 1 month, they might last 2 weeks. Like, we don't know. Historically, folders don't sell out, but you never know. Here's what it looks like. It's a thick 3D and it's a normal size, not the giant ones. It's so good though. So good. Okay, so that's been embossed. Then I have a strip of Mossy Meadow and a strip of Gold More Dazzle, the disco ball paper we love. Then I have a cardstock vellum deckled circle. So these dies, y'all got to get these. You got to get them. technically they're while supplies last. They're in the mini catalog. 14 circles. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 2, 3. 8th from the largest. 8th from the largest. I put the measurement over on the blog. Circle. But look at that. 14. The biggest one is 5 3/4 inches. They're amazing. Great for scrapbooking, but you can cut them down to portions for your card making. Anyway, deckled circle dies. We have that one in vellum. And then what I did here, I totally copied this from my friend Connie, this part on the sleeve, but now I've seen several people doing it on Pinterest. So you die cut the maple leaf, which I just stamped and cut on the last card, but you just die cut it from a piece of paper. Then you run it through that distressed tile embossing folder, and it's like the most amazing leaf you've ever seen in your life. That's it. So this is Pretty Peacock. Then from the designer paper, I just picked 3 of the foil designs, a copper one, a mossy meadow one, and a Pretty Peacock one, and cut one of each of those leaves. The 3 freestanding smaller leaves. Maple, oak, darn. Y'all, look at this. I gotta go back. I can't remember. Maple, oak, elm. Maple, oak, elm. Okay. Thank you, y'all, for telling me what these are. Yeah, so yours might be tilted a little to the right, or it might be tilted a little to the left, depending on which die we grabbed. And when we cut it, we're not going to pay attention. You might get a mix. It'll all be fine. Nobody will know anything. You're going to have a length of this amazing large check black and vanilla ribbon from the mini catalog. Get it while you can. And then pre-die cut basic white labels, the same one I just used on the last card, and then the super tiny 1/8 inch label. Okay, so very little stamping on this one. We're going to stamp the greeting. It's going to say, I'm thankful. That's one stamp. For all you do. It's a separate stamp. In copper clay. Now, I could just stamp for all you do directly on here, just like I did the last card. I just wanted to use these dies. So I'm thankful. Just kind of right in the center of that one die. Remember, tap, tap, tap. Don't press hard. For all you do. Here we go. And yeah, there we go. So let's put this one together. Just again, I want to remind you the measurements for these, all these pieces are on the blog at 11 a.m. centralstamptherapist.com. I also email out at 1 o'clock, like a wrap up of the video with a link to the video, and that includes a link to the blog in case you just can't find it. Just make sure you're on my email list. So I'm going to attach the copper clay tile piece first to the card. Oh, I forgot to stamp something. Okay, so I attached that. Then I'm going to attach the more dazzle, but I did mean to stamp something. I forgot. So this is Mossy Meadow cardstock. It is a strip that is as tall as the copper, so 4 1/8 by whatever wide. And I'm going to use the oak leaf. I need to write it down. The medium-sized leaf. Maple oak. Yes, the oak leaf. I'm looking for scratch paper. Oh, it froze up over here. Okay, so I'm going to use Versamark ink. Why? I don't like my Mossy Meadow ink pad. Honestly, I love everything Stampin' Up. We have the best products in the world. My Mossy Meadow ink pad is dry as a bone and it won't ink up. So I'm going to use Versamark. It gives you a watermark. You can use it on any color paper you have. I could have also used Old Olive, or I could have used Mossy Meadow, but mine doesn't work very well, and I'm tired of trying to re-ink it. It's the only pad I have like that. 1 out of 21 years. But look, it's gorgeous. So I did that. Make a little background paper there, basically. Cannot get my camera angle straight. Okay, now I'm going to first attach over here toward the left side of this card, but not all the way to the left, the strip, 1/2-inch strip of More Dazzle, gold More Dazzle. It also comes in with champagne in the same pack. Then I'll overlap that a tiny bit with the strip of Mossy Meadow. By the way, look how I'm rubbing. That's not smearing the ink. Even though Versamark stays wet long enough for heat embossing, it does not dry. I mean, it dries fast enough to touch. It's weird. Very weird. It's like sticky versus wet and smeary. Okay, then I'm going to build my leaves on this vellum circle before I attach it to the card. So I will attach the large maple leaf first here, kind of at an angle to the left, going up there. Let me add adhesive to each of the smaller leaves, and then I'll start placing them. Hey, Betsy, did you see? Betsy, did you see I used your card as inspiration for the card I just made, the last one? Betsy's here, y'all. Give her a shout out for her creativity. She's really talented, by the way. Okay, so again, I'm not going to press hard. Oh, and a tip, side tip. These leaves, so as you see, when you die cut these leaves out, these small ones, it cuts little slits. It's not just embossing. There's actually slits cut there. It gives a lot of detail. It looks amazing. But with this super thin designer paper, if you're wild with your adhesive, you can rip the leaves. I ripped one of mine, FYI. But I was going to say, you can still, if you don't press super hard, you'll still be able to reposition it. Just know that this paper is delicate. So even if you're repositioning it, be gentle. I think that's going to look good. My greeting is going to be something like that. So yeah, I think it's good. So let me press. And now I'm going to finish it. Okay, so then we have the length of the check, large check ribbon. I'm going to tie that in a bunny ears bow. I showed that slow on the last card. Look, I almost made the tails even. And then I'm going to add that bow to basically the bottom of where the leaves are here. It doesn't have to be perfectly covering them because I'm going to put the greeting on top. Everything's kind of at an angle. And then definitely grab my silicone sheet. By the way, I didn't say it, but this just protects your table from excess adhesive when you're putting adhesive on something small. And I'm going to add this greeting down directly on the other greeting, basically where we stamped in the other card. But I'm hanging it off the right side on purpose. And then I'm going to add Stampin' Dimensional. Now, what am I going to do? Hold on. It's going to be on the card like this. It's going to be partially on the bow and partially off. So you need to pay attention to where dimensionals would go and where they should not go. You shouldn't go where that big knot is. This right side should be free rein. So, okay. And I realized one's going to be hanging off here. It will touch the card. And I'll show you something on that in a second as well. Okay. Just put this on here so it doesn't stick too bad. This might be positioned a little different than my original card. That's fine. Okay, so we have that. Okay, now, sorry, I was reading comments again. Now I'm going to add some Stampin' Dimensionals to the back of this vellum. If I lift it up here, you can see you don't want to put dimensionals where there's no paper in the front because they will show. Like you'll see this, you'll see that, and it'll be ugly. So I can see what I'm doing, so I'll just do that. You can add more if you want. But now, oh, hold on, let me think. No, it's all good. Is it? No. Yeah, this greeting is double popped up, basically. It's raised up, and then we're raising this up. So long story short, I'm going to double up the dimensionals that are sticking out on the right side of this greeting. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, you'll see when you make your card, and you'll be like, oh, I need to put another layer of dimensionals under there because it's too flat. Okay. Put it wherever it looks good for your card. Make sure the greeting is straight, of course. Pop it down. Right? I love it. Dots. I'm going to add the green dots, which I think are Mossy Meadow, but I don't have the colors written down on my thing, so I'm not 100. But I'll use a big green one. I mean, honestly, it looks like Old Olive to me, but I'm thinking it might say Mossy because of the paper, but who knows? It matches both fine. And there we go. Thank you for, I mean, I'm thankful for all you do. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Pat. Oma, ooh, you just ordered the circles. Yes, I think you're gonna love them. They're so versatile. I could see them folded in half too to make a different, just a whole different shape of a card, you know, just fold it. I mean, cut the largest one, score it, fold it in half. That could be cute. Thank you, Eleanor. Great to see you, by the way. Hello, Eleanor. Hey, Mary Ann. Good morning to you. Oh, did I see a question up here I didn't answer? When is the paper available again? Blah, Denise, I can't talk. Denise, the paper is estimated for September 11th. So definitely mark that date. But 2 tips on that. One is sometimes stuff comes in sooner. Oh, here's the other design. You can see how it's kind of just positioned a little different spots. So sometimes it comes in sooner, and sometimes, of course, it can come in later because if a truck is delayed or a boat is delayed, like we can't control that. But sometimes when it comes in on September 11th, then they have to unload the truck. Then they have to put it on the shelf. Then they have to turn it back on in the system. So it might not be 7 a.m. You know what I mean? So I've had people before be like, it's, you know, the 11th. Where is it? I'm like, well, they probably, it's not processed yet. So anyway, that's hopefully all helpful about when that might be back in. Gianne, her mango pad was like that. Finally, just got a new one. Yes. Thank you, Laura. Yes, I totally cannot take credit for using the folder on the leaf, but I agree, it's gorgeous. And think like if we sponged it, like I'm usually lazy about sponging, but if you sponged one or both of these, even better. I could even just sponge it with some Versamark ink. That'll make it darker. You know, darken some areas, not the whole thing, just spots. That could be super cute. And, you know, go in with the sort of distressed look we're going for here. Yes, Janet Deckel. Yes, exactly. See, Janet, great minds think alike. The Deckel circles will make great shape cards. Exactly. Thank you, Carolyn. Ro, thank you so much. Kylie, thanks. Lucinda, all are my favorite. Haha, I love it. Thank you, Stacy. Circle dies, Marianne, are called deckled circle dies, and they are available right now. You have 14 of them. deckled. All right, so there's the card. You have a chance to win by commenting and or sharing the video and commenting that you shared. We're going to do card number 3 now. This is my favorite one of these 3, but then I made the 4th one and I was like, oh, I think actually the 4th card is my favorite today, which usually does not happen. And I just, when I'm making them, like I probably would have made that one on video if I'd made it earlier in the process. But by that time I was like, nope, we're making the first 3 because I already cut them. Okay, but card number 3 here is my favorite of the ones I'm making on the video. And this is, but y'all can tell me which one's your favorite later. This is a pretty peacock card base. We're going to fold it in half, 5.5 by 8.5. And then we're going to make it the most easy fun fold card ever by folding the front back in half all the way to the left. It's a Z fold. And of course I use the bone folder for all of that to get the good crisp folds, less wrinkles on the inside. Okay, so pretty peacock Z fold. So this one will be portrait. And then we have our white to go on the inside, but I'll talk about what I did to that in a minute. And we have a scrap of basic white for stamping on and die cutting out. Sorry, I'm going to separate. Okay. For the left, front left, I have a piece of Moody Mauve cardstock and then a gorgeous piece of the foil side of the designer paper. This is one of the patterns. It almost looks like a really intricate bathroom tile. And then the colors are, the background's kind of white and vanilla. The colors in the patterns are Pretty Peacock, Mossy Meadow, and Moody Mauve. It's so pretty. So that's going to go on top of that Moody Mauve. Then I have a basic white deckled circle, same size as the vellum one. And then I die cut a leaf, the large maple leaf from the one of the Moody Mauve distressed designer papers that has copper foil detail. And then a piece of the gold and vanilla satin edge ribbon. Okay, so stamping, I'm going to stamp on the white circle and the white scrap. I need oak leaf and maple leaf. And I'm going to take a sip of water. I feel like I'm getting a headache, but it's like the kind I get when there's weird like rain or something, but we're not getting rain today. Landa, tell me if you have a headache today, because we usually get them on the same day like that, and it seems to be weather related. Now I made myself choke with the water. Excuse me. My goodness. Okay, I'm going to use Pretty Peacock and Old Olive ink. My goodness. I swallowed the water wrong, y'all. I'm going to stamp the larger, fatter greeting that says, "Autumn teaches us that change can be beautiful." I'm going to stamp it on the decal circle, but I want to mention that that's the greeting that fits perfectly on the more fat of a rectangle die. Okay, so I'm going to just stamp it down in the bottom right hand corner in Pretty Peacock ink. And then what embossing folder? Yes, I'm going to talk about that. Is that Landa? See, literally any day she says I had a headache yesterday, I'm like, I did too. Or I have a headache today, me too. I don't know what it is, but I feel like we're both, I don't know if it's allergic to the same thing or what. Okay, Landa, see, and mine just started. Okay, anyway, I got the wrong leaves out. We're using oak and this one. My gosh. Oak, maple. Y'all, why can't I remember it? I was going to write it down earlier and I didn't. Elm. Okay, oak and elm. Oak and elm. So the oak is the single, the elm is the two. Oak, I'm doing in Pretty Peacock on this scrap of white. So gorgeous. Elm, Old Olive, and I am stamping. Oh, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to stamp it up here, actually. Change it. Okay, now on these, I'm going to add the veins because it looks gorgeous, and why not? But I'm going to put my readers on. It does look better if you stamp them in the right spot. This scratch paper, so I'm going to go off the edge because we're not, the veins give you, at least on, I think on all of them. UPS came, y'all. Scott just brought it in. If you don't, and then cut all the boxes open. Is it, I mean, there's one more, right?
No.
Two. Okay. Yeah, cut them open. Okay, so I'll keep stamping, but I'll try to open up that designer paper. I did get 3 shipping notifications though, so I'm like, what's the other box that's missing? I'm gonna stamp the veins. What I was gonna say is it gives the stem of the leaf if you want that, but the die will cut it off. Okay, so we're gonna have my readers on. I'm gonna get right on top of this. Not that paper. It's not that paper. He pulled out the Halloween paper, y'all. Oh yes, so see the subtle detail it adds. Just think maple, oak, and elm. That's what I need to do. Who said that? Facebook user. Landa, thank you. Y'all know I'll forget by the time this video ends, so Old Olive. So see how it gives you the stem. Just want to point that out. I'm not using the stem on these cards, but it gives you that. Isn't that gorgeous? And this is just color on color. Like, what if I did a light green, you know, pear pizzazz or something, and then I did a dark green on top? Think it could be even more gorgeous. And then, of course, don't forget you could use the dies instead, and glue die cut veins on top. So, which I did on my last card. I'll show you that one. Okay, so then die cut it out. And by the way, when it cuts out the elm, it puts that little hole right there between the two. They're still attached to each other. You could cut them apart yourself. Super easy if you want them separate, but they're attached. So wow. Oh, the wow. Right. It is a wow when you add that detail. It kind of blended in on this one, though. I did stamp it. It like soaked in the ink. But anyway, it's a wow. It's a wow. Okay. There we go. Hopefully that was good. And I'm clear of choking. And yeah, Scott cut open these boxes for me. So don't let me forget to open those boxes at the end. Okay. So this card for the inside, I feel like I have ink on my fingers. For the inside, someone asked, which folder is this? So I never emboss the inside of my cards, these kind of cards, ever. But I was like, I think stamping will be too much. Like, it's just too overpowering for this card. Blah, 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 blah. What can I do? Then during lunch that day, I had not finished designing, and I was looking at Pinterest, and someone had used this folder with these stamps. And I was like, oh, I forgot about the leaf fall. So we have this folder. It's called Leaf Fall, 2 words, Leaf Fall. It's in the online store. It's an online exclusive. Technically, while supplies last, it carried over from a previous catalog, but it didn't get into the print version, which we're going more and more with that. So just that's how life is going. The world is online. Who likes Amazon? Raise your hand. Sorry, I got distracted by another comment, which I'm going to try to give you a tip on that. Leaf fall. So I put the paper in kind of about like that to give us room to write a note, and ran it through. So there you go. And then I turn it upside down, and it's going to go like that, and it's going to look so gorgeous inside this card. That's on white for the inside. I think I said that earlier, but just in case. Okay, I want to give Ro a tip real quick. She said, I wish I could get the veins straight like that. I did for, like, basically it was on accident. The ink pads. I ended up doing one the reverse way. And I was like, oh, that could work too. So you can try this if you're having trouble aligning it. Stamp the veins first. Okay, cats here. And then if you can see through it. If you can see this on video, I should say. You can see through. So that might help, Ro. I found it easy to align the other way. The cat is literally pushing on my arm. That's why I didn't do it this way. But Ro, and anyone else who has trouble, that might help you. Okay? So I hope that's a good tip. All right, back to the card. By the way, shout out to UPS. Like, they usually do so good. When, of course, I paid. Y'all don't worry. I paid for this one-day delivery. I paid dearly. Okay, I'm going to put this white on the inside of this card. I'll have all the measurements on the blog, 11 a.m. Central, right there, stamptherapist.com. And then I'm going to attach the designer paper to the Mossy Meadow. Again, you see I'm not using very much adhesive because you don't need to. If you're using Stampin' Seal, it will stick. Unless you have a lot of texture, then of course add more. These colors, like, I don't know if I would have thought of putting Moody Mauve and Pretty Peacock together on my own necessarily, but man, it's gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to make my little leaf pattern just like I did on the other card. I'm trying to think where I need adhesive. I'm sticking the two die cut ones to the back of the, the two stamped ones to the back of the designer paper one. Oh, okay, yes, I needed this on the back of this one. I'm just making a little thing here, but I'm looking at my original sample. Something like that, you know? And then I can place it down here on the white to see, do I want to adjust anything? Get it how you like it. Excuse me, I want to pull this up a little bit. This is just more like what looks good to you. When it's good, I'm going to add some dimensionals around the inner part to stick it to this circle. Okay, now thank you, Ro. I hope that helps. Yes, who has the folder? Oh, yes, Landa. I didn't even realize that was you asking. Oh, I would know you had it if you asked me. Just because, like, I know you're like me. We have all the folders. Yeah, Leaf Fall. It's a good one. And I have, if y'all remember, my little pink sticker means it's an online exclusive, and I should see if it's still available before I use it. I think I did, though, when I got it out for this card. Okay. Pretty little leaf thingy there. I'm going to attach this like I always do with Stampin' Dimensionals on the back left half of my circle. Let me grab 3 of my minis. Or whatever, it doesn't matter if it's a circle, rectangle. I put dimensionals on this side almost always when I do this kind of card. I want the greeting to be straight. So I'm going to try my best to flip this upside down, top to bottom, and not change that greeting being straight. And that gives me a guide as to where to put these dimensionals on the left side to not go over here into the white. The right side. And then I'll just add a couple more. And hopefully I didn't turn anything weird and I'll be fine. I've almost been tempted before to just make a mark on the back when it's a circle, because I do get confused. Not confused, but I get like scared that I tilted the circle. Anyway, you could mark a pencil mark back there of where you want to start your dimensionals, but I did it good. Make a bow. 20 years, just as before. It's the same size ribbon on, same length of ribbon as the first card. It's the gold satin edged, gold and vanilla satin edged ribbon. Excited to see this new paper. I'm excited. Okay. Like, let me finish this ugly card now. Just kidding. Not ugly. Bow at the bottom of the leaves covers up where they look awkward. Dots. Speckled adhesive back speckled dots. I'm going to use the crumb cake looking ones. Large. What am I saying? Large and too small. This is the class y'all can get free from me. Free with your online order. There's card number 3. I still feel like the lighting is off today, and these cards look drab versus vibrant, how they look in person. But whatever. Hopefully it's okay. I am down one light because if any of y'all were at the team meeting, you know I had this smoking light and I couldn't use it today. So annoying. Okay, there it is. There it is. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Stacy. I agree. You would never put those colors together. Exactly, Laura. And I think they look great. I just don't think I would have thought of it. I wouldn't have looked across the color thing and said, oh, those two. So, of course, thank you, Stampin' Up, for putting them together in a designer paper so we can see that. Adding more things to my wish list. I love it. Thank you, Eleanor. It's her favorite card. Oma, adding more things to the wish list. Yes. Yay, Pat. I want to win these cards. Yes, yes. Okay, let me go over here. I have to check 2 places. Yay, Ro, using this class on her next bundle on her next card class. Yes. I'm using it for my card class too, but different cards. Okay. Yeah, I think sort of. Thank you, Seal. I think I sort of caught up on comments. Okay, so these are the cards y'all can have a chance to win today. 1, 2, 3. You can see which ones you like the best, which one you like the best. I'm going to show you card 4, which turned out to be my favorite. And it, for a minute while I was making it, I didn't like it. I was like, am I going to have to redo this card? And if you want to stick around a minute, I'm going to dig through my box and find the new designer papers that hopefully are in these boxes here. No, I'm like, did they put them all in this order or not? Let me look. But let me show you the last card first. Let me don't get distracted. Here's the last card. Free. Oh, I have a sticky note on the back. It is part of your free class. Here's the back of it. You can stand, your gift receiver can stand it up. Isn't it great for their fall decorations? Oh, and this is one where, so I cut with pumpkin pie, embossed with the folder, and added the veins on top. So this one has a tail, the maple leaf. I'm thankful to have you as a friend. Okay, so there's the entire class free. Only a $25 order, y'all, with this host code. Whoop, in September. And then 50 or more, you also get the dots. 150 or more, you get all this, plus you get, what do you get? 15 or more free from Stampin' Up. Okay, don't forget I have the recipe cards for the 3 cards I made today on my blog, stamptherapist.com at 11 a.m. Central, which is 15 minutes from now, 15 minutes. I'll send an email out at 1 o'clock Central, so make sure you're on my email list so you can get those emails. It'll have all the links to register for my events. I saw the last one the best, Julie. 4th one. Oh, wait, 4th, Jackie. Can't decide. I love that. Number 4, perfect. Thank you, Ro. I love number 4. This ribbon goes really well with this fall stuff, by the way. This gingham. And the reason I didn't use the one that comes in the suite is because I knew I couldn't order it. Xana, lovely last card. Thank you, Kathy, for saying beautiful. Love them all, especially the last one. Thank you. I think that's Landa. Oma says 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Thank you, Oma. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to dig through this box. Now I'm getting scared that this is not the order where I put all that paper. It might not be the order. Okay, here's one of them. I just don't know if they're all on this one. Maybe silver and gold. One for the silver and gold for y'all for Saturday. Okay, good. Whew, I got scared. This one has foil. I didn't even know the Shining Christmas has foil. Are y'all excited? Thank you, Chris. Thanks, Lori. Whose box? Oh, your boxes come tomorrow. I thought someone else said theirs just came. Okay, y'all. So you can buy this paper now, but only while supplies last. And my box literally just came. Thank goodness Scott was home and he brought it in here. This is a almost like photo paper. It's not like regular cardstock, and it's shiny. And the cat's up here. So I'm going to look it up on my yeah, let's just let her have her fun for a minute. I'm going to look up the price for you. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Crap. Where do I go to? Happening Now. Designer Series paper. Okay. This one is called Shining Christmas. It's $15. I should have known from the price. 12 sheets, and which $15 is normal for a specialty paper. I just guess I didn't read. So it is double-sided, but it's thick. It's different. It's thick. This is, see how it's shiny? Yet I do not think this side is shiny. It's flat. And the camera's going to go blurry now. Kidding me. Okay, so we have Christmas trees with red dots all over and red stars. And then we have this white, like a cherry cobbler background with white sort of herringbone hash marks on the back. So shiny. This one is green with gifts all over the paper, white gifts with red foil strings. Cherry cobbler and mossy meadow are the only two colors they list. So mossy meadow and then little white stars on the background. That's the shiny side. It's like foil, but not the kind of foil you can feel, but it is very shiny. So it is different than our usual. The back is these sort of like little asterisks in little off-shaped boxes, like someone doodled all over it with a white background. This is straight up traditional Christmas. Can you see the shine? White background, red and green and dots, diagonal stripes. The back. This would have gone so good with my camp, my thing Saturday. So it's cherry cobbler background with white old-fashioned Christmas lights all over it. Small style. They're interweaved with each other. They intertwine, I guess. And then little stars in the background. So cute. And then a nice argyle pattern. This is the shiny side. Cherry cobbler, mossy meadow, white in between, argyle. And then ornaments on the back. So it's not the shiny side. It kind of looks shiny there, but it's not. Cherry cobbler, white, old-fashioned, ornate Christmas ornaments with cherry cobbler detail. We have a white piece. This is the shiny side with holly leaves and berries all over. Shiny. Tiny ones. Just repeat pattern, one right after the other. Really small. And then the back is just cherry cobbler with white dots all over not in an exact pattern, and sort of like hand drawn dots. And then last but not least, Old Mossy Meadow with tiny, shiny candy canes all over. And then in between those is tiny, tiny, tiny white hearts. The back of that is Cherry Cobbler with white X's all over it, little bitty X's in an exact pattern. Super cute. Who wasn't going to get this paper and now you are? Because like I didn't even know how amazing it was. I just am like, let me get it so I can see it in person. Now I want to use it for my class next month. Let's see if I can figure that out and order it in time. This is awesome. Okay, this is the one I'm using in card class this month. You're not getting a full pack or anything because card class is not priced that way. But this one matches the translucent florals designer bundle. This is called Delightful Floral, Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Bubble Bath, Calypso Coral, Fresh Freesia, Lemon Lolly, Parakeet Party, Pool Party, and Pretty Peacock. And the cat's up here. Okay, so this looks just like the translucent florals style flowers, and there's pretty much all those colors shown there. Yes, the background, the back side is just Berry Burst distressed watercolor image. Not distressed, watercolor. This one's just all leaves with like the peacocks and greens. Again, in the style of translucent florals. The back, Pretty Peacock watercolor. Paper's perfect. Like it should be not in as a limited release. Okay, this one is white background with very small flowers all over in all the colors, but they are the style, of course, of the translucent florals. And then the back is that Calypso Coral? It is a coral looking watercolor. Yes, Calypso Coral. Okay, you got it. No. The cat, when I had to pick her up. And when I try to put her down, she like grabs tight. Like, no, I don't want to get down. This is gorgeous. It's a white background with the same style translucent florals flowers, but it's just the flowers, no stems, basically. Little bunches and groups of them. Then there's a lot of single purple flowers, but all the colors. And then some little dots and leaves in the background. Ooh, that's gorgeous on the back. It's watercolor again. I'm assuming that all the backs are watercolor. And they don't. Oh, yeah, they do. So that's Bubble Bath. More leaves. Little tiny bit smaller than the last leaves. White background. More yellow and green. Gorgeous. And then a Pool Party watercolor. And then a more uniform pattern of repeated flowers in a diagonal format here of the translucent floral style flowers, small pattern flowers, diagonal, lots of purples, but some berry burst and coral in there as well. And then we have a green watercolor, Parakeet Party. That paper is gorgeous. Seriously, that would be amazing if it were in the mini catalog. Oh, that was this package. Look at this. Okay, this is the one my number one. It's silver and gold adhesive backed paper. See an angry face reaction. Who's angry? I'm most excited about the silver, I gotta be honest, because we don't sell a lot of silver right now. It's pretty much, it's glimmer paper. It's very firm. Not gonna flake off. I see one speck of glitter on my hand right there. So, not gonna make a mess. Let's check the peel and stick aspect. Land is gonna be die cutting this for me for the class Saturday. Ornaments for you guys. I think that's all we're cutting for the class. So those ornaments are going to be peel and stick. They're going to be silver and gold. Hint, little sneak peek there. Yeah, so you get one of each sheet, and yeah, it's exactly as expected. Silver and gold sticky back paper. Love it. 2 more to go. Ooh, sounded crazy when I threw it in the box. 2 more to go. Shining Brightly 12 by 12, this specialty paper. This one is, I'm going to look at the pricing. I think it's a different quantity. I think. Where's the tartan? Oh, I didn't see the tartan foil. I need to look again. Oh, Shining Brightly is a current one. Crap, that's probably a prize. Oops, I cut it open, everybody. Sorry. I'll do that later. Okay, I need to look for the tartan foil. My bad. This is the Saint, what is it? Traditions of Saint Nicholas, 12 by 12. Let me try to find the tartan paper real quick. You can check out all the Saint Nicks. I thought that Shiny Brightly was, I was thinking that must match something current. Whatever. Y'all know. Okay, so Saint Nick here. We have these really, really traditional old-fashioned Santas. They all have on different color and sort of different style coats. Red, green, and sort of wild wheat. And then they're standing basically in a field of tiny Christmas trees. Not tiny, but they're shorter than the Santas. So these are giant Santas. Now, what's the number on translucent paper? Let me clear my throat. 162356. 162356. That's Delightful Floral. Okay. We've got, I didn't know about that paper being shiny foil either. Who said that, Pat? Yes, I mean, I probably should have read a little more, but okay, so yeah, so there's those guys. Let's see what's on the back. Ooh, what do we call this, everybody? It's like old-fashioned wallpaper, but I'm sure there's a name. It's just an intricate, ornate. It's an ornate pattern, almost like wallpaper in red. Let's see what red they used. Cajun Craze, Cherry Cobbler, Copper Clay, Early Espresso, Mossy Meadow, Pebbled Path, Real Red, and Wild Wheat. So I'd say this is red and Cherry Cobbler. I feel like there's a name on the tip of my tongue. Not twall, but old wallpaper. Exactly. Tapestry. Yes, Chris. That's what I was thinking. She says tapestry or filigree. Okay, so we got that one. Oh, so cute. Oh my gosh. See, this paper is so versatile. So this sheet is basically a white background, but like a speckled with copper white background. And then it has small images of candy canes, gingerbread men, candy. What is that called? Cider. Apple cider, I think. Some kind of drink in a like a fancy old fashioned drink. Like a not a wine glass, but I don't know. Oh, I was like, where'd my hand go? Is that a goblet or I don't know? Coffee mugs. And then each thing, like there's different color versions. Oh, and there's some cookies, like gingerbread cookies. And this, I'm not sure what that is, like an orange or something. Orange slice. I think that's something that I should know, and it's not a candy. Like it's, but I think this would go great with that gingerbread set we have. Let's see, eggnog. Oh, it's eggnog. Okay, that makes sense. Eggnog. Yes, this is probably more like the cider because it would be hot. Eggnog. Hot toddy. Yes, that's kind of what I was thinking too. Damask. Back on this pattern, damask. If I'm pronouncing that right. Yes, Lori should have signed up for the paper share. I only did that share as a one-time thing. And I think like 4 people signed up, but it was perfect because it was just perfect. Yeah. Okay. The back we've got another damask, filigree, old wallpaper, tapestry type pattern, but it's a completely different one in the greens. It's like a bright green with dark green detail. Really pretty. Really pretty. Okay. Some old-fashioned mailboxes, like I guess the kind you would have at your house, like on the street, but they're like old-fashioned looking. Hand drawn, like sketched, some letters in between, and it's a very distressed background. Like I guess this is a ground that they've drawn, but very sketchy. Another, so that must be, we're following a pattern here. The backs are going to be more of that whole old wallpaper thing. Yeah. So here's another one in copper clay. Again, super traditional Christmassy type image here. It's a repeated pattern of the inside of a house. We've got some different, each scene is a little different in the style of a fireplace, curtains, chairs, Christmas trees, wreaths, mirror over the fireplace, wreath over the fireplace, etc. And it's a white background, but you see very little of that because it's all sketched out and sketched like shadowy background in cherry cobbler. The whole thing's, every image is cherry cobbler. Beautiful. Oh, let's see what the back is. Another damask, wallpaper, tapestry, filigree type pattern. This one is white background, but again with lots of speckles, sort of like red splatter all over. And then the images are holly leaves, different sizes and shapes, and they are the green and red. And then this one is the color of this damask, whatever pattern, is the Pebbled Path, my favorite new in color, Pebbled Path. And then last on this one, please do not use that phone as a thing to rub your face on, Cat. Little stockings in all different colors with fuzzy top and a little hook. They're very small. They look painted. Like instead of sketch, they look like a painting, like a watercolor. And then there's little X's and dots in between them in the background. And then a green mossy meadow, different wallpaper pattern. Okay, so that paper is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. That was Traditions of St. Nick. Last but not least, the tartan foil. Sorry, I'm hitting stuff. I'm a hot mess. I'm ready for lunch. My blog post went live. But hey, I don't want y'all to have to wait a week to see this paper and then it's sold out. Yay again for UPS. Okay, tartan foil, 12 by, all of these are 12 by 12. So obviously it has the name foil. So this is just like the first one I showed you. It's shiny. It's not foil in our normal way of saying foil. Tartan foil is 6 sheets, 2 each of 3 designs for $10. So there's copper clay, and it's just like a, I don't know if you would call it a gingham pattern, but it's similar to a gingham pattern in copper clay, and it's shiny, but it's not foil in that sense. And then the back side is, and that's like a diagonal pattern. The back is a not diagonal. It's a white background with copper clay lines, like checks, but some of the lines are not solid. They're like, ooh, that is not given the detail it should. Let's see if it does on this camera, but usually if one doesn't, the other doesn't. It's hard to see it, but oh, there we go. Yeah, those little lines. See how they're little hash marks, whatever. I don't know what you call it. They're not solid. You don't really need to see that way. Okay, so now you know what the back looks like. I'll just show you down here for the rest. Oh, yes. Lori had to pass on that one. Totally understand. totally get it. But this one was my second one of my most excited. So there's the other two. They look exactly the same. Let me read those colors again. Copper, Clay, Lost Lagoon, and Pebble Path. Couldn't be better. Couldn't be better. And then the backs are going to look the same, but with the different colors. So there we go. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Look how gorgeous this paper right here, this Copper Clay tartan foil. I wonder if I'm saying that word wrong. Anyway, would look with these cards we just made. Maybe not that one, but this one for sure. And then of course I love Lost Lagoon so much, and Pebble Path is my favorite new ink color. So awesome. Thank you guys so much. I hope it was helpful on that part, and I hope you enjoyed the cards. Hey Susan in Central Florida. Lori, neutrals are always good. Exactly. We can mix and match. It doesn't have to be holiday, but it can be all that stuff. It was my second pick, but I saw the foil on the shiny Christmas. Exactly, Lori. I know we have to make our choices. Xana's going to blame me for her SU Stampin' Up order. Yes. Hey, Dorothy. Awesome. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful week. I should be back next Thursday, 9 a.m. Central. Same time, same place, all that. And yeah, I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for tuning in and sticking with me. Have a great day. Bye. Thank you. Let me see real quick. Thanks, Pat. Thanks, Pat.